Hey friends, welcome back to Watavue Mountain. As you saw in part one, hopefully you watched part one of this, doing the electrical panel, little series inside a series. But because I cut it off short, had to make a new intro. So here we are, back in suburbia, just doing a quick intro, let you know we're gonna get after it. We're gonna make a big reveal here to let you know exactly how we're gonna power this mini cabin. And it's not gonna be solar panel, and it's not gonna be grid power to start out. So make sure you stick around to about the middle, I think is when I let the cat out of the bag on that one. And yeah, we hope you enjoy. So thanks for coming. Thanks for checking us out. Again, the Lord has blessed us beyond belief. And thanks to all our friends on YouTube for giving us feedback on exactly what we were doing wrong. We finally get this thing figured out eventually. It's painful. We show you all the pain, but we get there. So yeah, so thanks for coming along with us. So enough of me rambling. Count your blessings, because we all know God is good. He's on your side whether you want him to be or not. He's always there. So sit back, relax, get yourself something to drink. Let's get to busy. It's been about 3 seconds for you. It's been about 6 weeks for us. So I had some time to go back and research what I spoke about earlier in this video about using the same grounding bar for the neutrals and the grounds. So because this is a main breaker, it's not a sub panel, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this green screw and we're gonna put it in here right beside the ground, and we're gonna screw that in place. So what that is doing now is bonding the box to the grounding rods on the side, and then once we put our grounding wire in here, that will all be grounded. So all our neutrals will be good, and they'll be bonded, and that will be grounded. So I know a lot of people are going to shake their heads at that, and I'm going to get a lot of comments, but that's okay. I did some research. I looked at the code, the electrical code, universal electrical code, and they all say the same thing, and watched, of course, a bunch of videos to make sure I was doing the right thing. So now that's bonded because we have that green screw in there. So all of that is working continuously. Next thing we're going to do, even though we don't have to, because again, something else I learned is running a grounding wire outside and putting in grounding stakes. That's really not to protect the circuit in the house from itself. It's to protect the circuit in the house from lightning. So all right, I told you we're going to do something special here. We're going to do something completely different that I haven't seen anybody else do. The only person I saw that recommended it was Will Prowse. And if you ever watched him, if you watch anything electrical or solar, you know he's got a big brain, much bigger than mine. So this is what we're going to do. I got a standard 30 amp RV plug here. I'm going to cut this end off, and I'm going to wire it in here just like I would any other service coming from solar panels or coming from the main line. And we're going to use a backup battery system, a portable battery system. So not a real generator, it's a different brand. I don't really want to say the brand because they kind of snubbed me because we're so small. They didn't want to work with us, but you'll see eventually what it's going to be. But essentially, not essentially, exactly what we're going to do is I'm going to wire this thing in, and then we're just going to plug in that portable power generator, and that's going to be what powers the entire mini cabin. No solar panels, no nothing, just that little generator. So let me get this peeled back a little bit, and then I'll show you how we're going to wire it in. Okay, so I stripped these wires back, and as you can see, I cut this ground a little shorter because it's going to go here in the center, and then hot and neutral are going to go up on the sides. So like we said, we're going to come right up here. I'm going to slide that in and then screw that bad boy in place. Give it a tug, make sure it doesn't come out. We're all good. Same thing on the hot side. Slide that in place. And I only stripped about 3/4 of an inch off of these wires to get them in there. because again, I don't want too much sticking out. Nice and tight, there you go. And now our ground. Put that together a little bit more. Slide you in there. And like I said before, I don't have the ground wire going outside yet. We should be okay. I don't like that. So I didn't catch it all, so I'm going to unscrew that. Push that up in there a little bit more. And try it again. Because this is something I don't want to come back and have to redo. All good. Now I could have put a little bit of a grease dope on there if I had some. And then I have to come back and put something around this because I don't want this wire just hanging here loose. Luckily, it's easy enough though. Just those 3 screws, I can take all that off. And we're not connected to any kind of main power. So all I have to do is unhook the generator and then come back and tidy this up. So this is not the finished product, but we're gonna call it finished. So let me grab that portable power generator. We'll plug this thing up and see how it goes. All right, moment of truth. Of course, I can't keep the cat in the bag too long because you got to look down here and see what we're using. We're using the Ecoflow Delta Pro. Let me turn it on. So you can see down here, we have 7 days. We're at 79% power. I used this last night to charge my phone and run a fan. So here's our end. We're going to plug this in. The breakers are turned off right now, but that's plugged in. I know that up here, this breaker right here runs to the kitchen, which is this plug right in front of me. So I'm going to turn this on, listen for sparks. Nothing so far. Here's that USB plug we just installed. Let's see if it works. Fingers crossed. Oh. Ecoflow Delta tricking me. Got to turn it on. So power's going out. Now, that looks good. That's plugged in. Now, moment of truth. All right. That's there, that's there. Let me go back and troubleshoot. I'm not sure exactly where I was at in the last, the clip before this clip, because it's probably been 8 weeks since I've been here trying to work on this. Well, not true. I did send out the help short that many of you commented on, and I appreciate all of those comments. So we're gonna today see if we can figure out the solution. I think I went back and looked at Will Prowse's video, and I looked at a bunch of other videos, and I think the move is gonna be, we're gonna install this bus bar, this grounding bar right over here on the side. So I'm gonna take this breaker out altogether. That is the power source coming in, and then I'm gonna remove all the grounds off of this where they're bonded, remove my bonding screw down here, which is right there. Take that green ground bonding screw out so my grounds and neutrals are no longer bonded, and put all my neutrals on this bar. So you see how nice and pretty this looks right now. I'm not gonna show you me tearing this whole thing apart because it's gonna take me a minute. But what I am gonna do is just go ahead and take that apart. This comes with 2 screws. You see right here's one, 3 screws, I'm sorry, here, and here, that line up with these holes here in the back of the box. So in theory, I should be able to just take that out, put this in, move my grounds over, and then we have this problem solved. So let me do all that, and then we'll be right back. Well, it's not nearly as pretty as it used to be. It looked real nice, but it didn't function, so it didn't matter, right? So now what we have is, here's our hot coming in, 30 amp service, right? Coming from the portable generator. And then every other one of these, now I'll be able to hook to the opposite side of these. But what I wasn't thinking about was I needed another grounding bar for this side, just like I put on this side. But as you can see now, that works perfect, just like it is. I gotta come back, I bought the wrong size nut to secure this. I bought 1.5 inches. I think I need a 2 inch. So I need to That'll come out again. And then eventually I'll come back, like I said, with the ground, and then I'll put the rest back on the other side so that we have, well, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 different circuits throughout the entire cabin. So long process, but we didn't give up. So you don't give up either. You can figure it out. If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. So let me finish buttoning this up, and we'll see what's next. There you go. All done. Got it figured out. Now, of course, I didn't figure it out myself. We got lots of comments on that short. Hire a professional. If you can't figure it out, you shouldn't be doing it. And I appreciate that. And to an extent, I agree. However, that's the beauty of this technological age that we live in. I can do a video like that short and a video like this, show all the mistakes that I made, tell you that I don't know what I'm doing, and the YouTube community came through in a big way for us to be able to get this through. First, I have to give a shout out to the How to Home DIY group. I watched them on YouTube, of course, and then I reached out to them on their Facebook page. Immediately got back to me and said, hey, it's either an issue with the ground in your generator, that it's bonded and it's already grounded, so it's shorting itself out, or and it's because you're grounded and bonded with your grounds and your neutrals in the panel. So separate them out. It just took me a minute to get here to be able to do it. And then let me throw my glasses back on here. Keith Skinner 3039 said the same thing. Nunn Aya 1775. Mr. Scoot 1. Barry Lanewe Cutler 612. I mean, comment after comment. Try this, try that. We went to the generator, tried to separate that ground. It still didn't work. And because we're using the portable generator, it has no external ground. So I knew after I messed with that for a little bit, that wasn't going to be the solution for us, because I want to be able to use this portable generator to power everything. And that's what it's doing now. So thank you to everybody out there. The other thing is, don't give up. It's hard. It's been frustrating. I've lost a lot of sleep. You can ask Sean. She'll tell you I lost a lot of sleep over this because I just couldn't get it figured out. And to have power is at the end of the world? No. But does it make it a lot more comfortable? You bet your bottom dollar it does. So it's something we definitely wanted to have here. So thank you for sticking with us on this journey, sticking through this video. I can't even imagine how painful this is going to be for you to watch, because it's just disjointed over the course of weeks, and we'll see how well I do splicing it all together to get to this point. So again, God has blessed us with you to come along with us on this journey. All of you, all the naysayers even, thank you. Your negative comments help motivate me to continue to keep doing this kind of stuff, because as we say over and over, we don't know how to do any of it. So sure, we should hire somebody to do everything because we don't know how to do it. So thank you for that motivation, and that's how I take it. I don't take it as a put down. I take it as, okay, let's get after this. So God continues to bless us, like I said, and put you people in our lives, and the knowledge and the know-how and the wisdom and the right thing at the right time. So again, if you're digging what we're doing here, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon. If you look up this way, we're going to post another video, probably something related to this content. Right after this, I'm going to start working on this water system, so stick around for that. So thanks for coming, thanks for checking us out. Be safe, and God bless.